Ask any statistician, statistics is all about handling the random error in sampling. We've got great ways of putting constraints on that and knowing how much error might arise. But if your sample's biased, you're screwed, right? There's the famous story of the beginning of Gallup polling. I think this was the 1936 election when FDR was up for re-election, and Reader's Digest had huge circulation, and they polled their readership. And on the basis of like 2 million, in a country, 100 million, like they pulled tons of the population. And they're like, okay, Landon is going to be Roosevelt. And then Gallup got 1,000 people, tiny, tiny fraction, maybe it was a few thousand, and said, it's going to be FDR, he's going to win re-election. And it was the difference between a huge, huge bias sample, which doesn't really tell you that much, and a small random sample, which does. For students, I find, for people learning it, approaching samples from the outside, they get it backwards. The bias doesn't really occur to them. They don't worry about bias in a sample, but they're always worried about random error.